This is the Cheap67. Yes, the name is super sus, but stick with me here. The Cheap67 is a clear stack acrylic board that is gasket mounted with an option of carbon fiber or acrylic plate. The kit comes in at around $90, which is kinda ironic since the name. You would assume it'd be cheaper, but it does come with a whole set with the PCB and stabilizers, which is kinda acceptable. Out of the box, you get the PCB, acrylic parts, some hardware, stabilizers and gasket. There are actually no instructions that come with the kit, but you can find the link to the instructional video on the product page. I'll put it down in the description below, just to make it easier. First, the feet. What you want to do is basically arrange these parts and prepare the hardware to slot them into place. Screw them tightly to secure them and mirror the remaining parts for the other feet. Make sure it's mirrored. The following steps are kinda straightforward after this. Starting from the bottom, just screw the feet in place and use the hardware to secure the back piece in place. Make sure it's in the right way around to avoid blocking any screw holes. I just realized there are supposed to be nuts in between the cavity of the feet. I didn't get the small nuts for the feet. I couldn't screw it in without the nuts, and it can't be friction fitted. And why is there so many nuts in these sentences? I made a big brain move and used the leftover pieces from the acrylic cutout. I just cut them into 2 pieces and making sure that there is space for the screw to go in, but not too much. This is so scuffed. It didn't work. It held the feet, but it made the parts not flat. I just ended up gluing the feet. It left some marks, but it's at the bottom. I wouldn't see it anyways, just whatever. What you want to do next is to prepare the top piece with the threaded screw supports and then the PCB and plate. Stick the gasket into the place on the plate, then screw the straps onto the PCB. And you're almost there. For the switches, I'm going with the Evaleri. I'm not really a part of the tactile gang, but these are my favorite tactile switches. They have a soft rounded tactile bump. And for soft plates like polycarbonate and acrylic, I really recommend 5-pin switches because it would be easier to put the switches and avoid bent connectors. I'm not 100% sure if this is okay or not, but I prefer to put switches with the plate onto the PCB first instead of later to make sure I don't rip any hot swap sockets. Comment down below if that is wrong. But I put the PCB, switches, foam and plate together and we can start stacking up. I also PE formatted the PCB too. The PCB is VIA and QMK compatible, which is super great. I love customizability in boards and these are welcome on any board anytime. It also has perky RGB and underglow, which I don't think can be set separately, but you can change the color in the software. For the caps, I'm gonna use these Olivia copies. This is double shot and a PBT. This is the combination that I used in the previous build, and I just realized that I made the same looking board as the instructional video. That's fine. And there you go. Okay, should you buy this board? No, I couldn't in the right conscience recommend this kit to anyone. Not because it's really bad, but it just feels like an unfinished product. I feel like there's more that could be done to make this board better, like the little things. It's weird that this could be sold as a product. It was super annoying enough that I didn't get the full hardware, but I gotta give it to them. The typing experience is kinda good. The gasket is working its magic. Unless you really need a stacked acrylic board, then there is no competition. Maybe the Rebel 60? But the layout is different. Or the CX60. But that's not hot swappable. And if you do buy this and didn't get the hardware, don't be shy. Just ask the seller. It'll make your life easier. And just keep note that there are gonna be a lot of scratches on the acrylic parts, and there's no way around that. Hey, if you like this vid, make sure you give it a like, and since you're down there, why not subscribe? It takes time to make these videos and that helps a lot. That's all for me. Stay safe and see ya.